GM, everybody. Welcome to the GM show. Welcome, one and all. Uh, do we say GM still? Is that still a thing?
Yeah,
Is GM
absolutely.
still a
It's the
thing?
only thing. It's
Even
the
though
only
everything's
thing.
burning, it's the
It's the
only thing left. All we
it's the
have left
only
is
thing.
GM.
Yeah. What's on your nose? What do you have on your
Bro,
nose?
this is a breathe right strip. You got to breathe right. I'm a big believer in nasal breathing, and when my nasal passages are clogged, I need that extra help to make sure I'm getting my nasal breathing in.
You're just wearing it
Do you
for
have a
attention.
problem? This is a medical thing, okay? Like HIPAA. This could be a HIPAA law that you're violating right now by asking me about this. So I don't appreciate that at all. But we, we got plenty to talk about today. So let's get around. You can't even look at me, can you? I can see it in your eyes. It's like going to make your eyes water just looking at me. I can tell.
No, it's all right.
Yes, exactly. And it does help. Exactly. Dolph's right. It helps also if I have a full mouth for whatever reason. Exactly, Dolph. Dolph gets it. Let's shill ourselves real quick. gmdefi.xyz. This is the place to be. Check out the tools section and the kimono. I got to get rid of the simple block. Well, the whole website's changing. So that's why I haven't gotten rid of it because the whole website's going to change. But check out the
Yeah.
kimono, all-in-one indicator. Shows you trend, momentum, volatility, volume. Has 10 different built-in indicators available on TradingView.
Get it while it's free.
Get it while it's free. Check out the Discord. That's go to the kimono channel, and all the details are there. Boom. That's it. That's it.
Done.
Okay. Well, the big news of the day, of course, is that Yuga Labs is facing an SEC probe, according to Bloomberg. This rocked the NFT world yesterday, this news. And it sounds like, well, let's just read here. So Yuga Labs, creators of Bored Ape Yacht Club, is facing a probe by the US SEC into whether sales of some of its offerings violate federal law. The regulator is looking into whether certain assets could be treated more like stocks and therefore should follow the same rules, according to the report. It is also looking at the distribution of ApeCoin, the token linked to the collections. So there's not much information right now. That's literally it. We don't have any other information. It's kind of an evolving story, I would say.
Yeah, I think it's interesting because a lot of people are fudding it and whatnot. I mean, the reality is they're lawyered up, and they have right in order to do the whole um take advantage of the drops, right? Apes had the KYC, right? So
I don't know. Did they? Maybe. Yeah.
yeah, I remember there was KYC
Okay.
that had to
For
go
the
down.
ApeCoin. Okay.
Yeah, I'm not 100% sure about the lands, right? The other
The other
deeds.
side, meta
Yeah, I
deeds.
don't know about
Yes.
that stuff.
Right.
Um, but I know that they've been trying to do this right and everything. So, um, it could be a giant nothing burger,
Of
but
course. Of
nonetheless,
course.
the FUD is real.
Well, yeah, it reminds me of when the XRP case first started. And there was, I mean, a lot of worry. And XRP even was delisted by a bunch of exchanges. And, I think worst case scenario, you could see a delisting of ApeCoin temporarily in the US for US exchanges. That's worst case scenario, right? But I don't think we can say anything until we know more. And,
Yeah.
the SEC, it sounds like the SEC is probably going to lose the XRP case. So, just because the SEC is doing a probe, it doesn't mean jack shit, really.
Doesn't
Uh,
really mean
doesn't
much.
mean anything.
Yeah.
And really, we should probably have been expecting this it was just a matter of time until the biggest project got investigated because if they can make an example, why wouldn't they? Right. So,
Right.
just like XRP was an attempt to kind of make an example of a large ICO or coin, at the time. And the thing is, that dragged on for years. So, what I'm really stoked about is that this will give us content for years to come. And we can cover the updates on this case for years to come. I'm sure we'll just get this nice, long, drawn out case. Great.
Yeah, possibly. I mean, because a probe isn't even a case. It's
No,
just like
I
they're
know. What
just
does that
gonna
even
basically
mean?
probably like an audit, like they're like, okay,
Yeah, what does that
let's
mean?
see these names that these people that you KYC'd and everything. And so I know a lot of people. It seems like on Twitter, there's a lot of
Of course.
diehard apes that are just dumping now.
Yeah, I
So
mean, hair is on
um,
fire. A lot of people are in panic mode for sure. ApeCoin tanked yesterday on
yeah,
this news, and we'll check out the ApeCoin price. We'll also look at the floor price of the Yuga Labs
yeah,
NFTs here in the NFT section. So, yeah, we're going to check out what the effect has been on the Yuga Labs assets. But I've looked at the Twitter accounts for the founders, and they don't seem to be worried. It wouldn't seem like it. They're tweeting GM and saying it's a great day to have a great day. So I think that this is probably we should have expected this, is what I think, really. And I don't think this
yeah.
comes as a big surprise. Now, what is interesting is I saw Nifty Nick. He's one of the co-hosts over there at the Nifty Alpha show. He said that Twitter is sending out subpoenas to any person who tweeted about the Gambling Apes project based on an SEC investigation. So we have more SEC rumors flying here. And I found another user here that said, "What the actual fuck, fam? The SEC is now asking Twitter for our personal information." He got a email here from Twitter Legal letting them know that they and showing giving them the
But
attached
what did they tweet out? What were everyone who tweeted what? Gambling apes? What?
who talked about the Gambling Apes project. Yeah, this was
What's
a
that?
NFT project that was, man,
Mm,
it's an old NFT project. It was a gambling
okay.
project. Uh,
Obviously, it's in the
so
name. So you're
yeah,
screwed.
and Nifty Nick was saying we
Well,
discussed how this project definitely isn't legal on our show last year, but it does
yeah.
appear that here's the attachment that Twitter sent this guy, the subpoena. So the SEC is not just going after these bigger projects; they are also actively going after smaller projects. They're just not as maybe well known, and it doesn't make as big of a splash, but I think the hammer is coming down. The hammer is coming down, and we're going to start to see the landmark cases happening.
It
And
does. Yeah, it's crazy because it does make you. Yeah, this is just kind of the start. I think. Because I think a lot of the projects, like anything that has like the coin drops coming, like hey, D gods, I think they've been
yeah,
crashing too. Utes crashing.
anyone with
Um,
a coin, yeah, a token is potentially, and gambling. I mean,
the
there's
gambling
all
shit's a no brainer. Like that one,
yeah, that one. It's just like
you're
you're
in.
playing with fire. You're playing with fire.
You've exited the gray area and you're in the legal area. You know what I mean? Like you're not even trying to play in
Yeah,
the gray area there. You know what I
completely.
mean?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know. And every time we've talked about a gambling project, this is for the future when the SEC inevitably is subpoenaing us because we talk about every shit project, every rug we have talked about. So I'm
Yeah.
assuming that we will be subpoenaed in many court cases to come by the SEC, and a lot of our time in the
Yeah.
future will be spent in court just talking
And
about all these different
unfortunately we're
shit
totally
tokens.
doxxed, so it's not even hard to
Oh,
find
no.
us.
It's
You know,
very easy to find us,
yeah.
and just like Dolph says, imagine giving Twitter your real info. Well, here we are on YouTube, every morning talking about this. So, just like Nifty Nick said, at least they had said that this was illegal when they were talking about it, and we've pretty much pointed that out about all these gambling projects too, that there's definitely these projects are not in they're playing with fire for sure. So, we are seeing the SEC starting to take action on multiple fronts, and I don't think this is just the start. I don't think we're definitely going to see way more of this. So, I think NFTs are changing, and the NFT landscape is going to change, and the way that what their use cases and what they're legally going to be, like the legal bounds for NFTs and shit coins, is all
Yeah.
going to be established here soon.
Yeah, I think yeah, established. I think that's the key word because it's like things might not need to. change that often. Just it's really that much. It's
Yeah.
just that
Well, we had no
yeah, it's
boundaries. We had no rules,
right.
right?
Yeah,
So
yeah. Those boundaries need to be set, and that's basically like, yeah, you can have these shit tokens. Yeah, you can, reward, give people earnings and all that, but you got to play by the rules if you're gonna do that shit. So, um,
here's
it's
apparently
really.
the list of people that were all tagged on this email from
I
Twitter,
wonder
by the way.
if,
These are everybody listed in that subpoena.
I wonder who, like, if places like OpenSea, like the exchanges, Magic Eden, like if they're gonna get the pressure to be policing this in a lot of ways,
Right.
and like
Yeah,
having
that would suck.
projects that, right, if a project is saying, oh yeah, stake to earn, are they gonna be like, yo, your project
Right.
says stake to earn, are you, let's see those papers that you're like registered with the
Yeah,
SEC and
will
all
they
that
be
shit.
pressured, right? Yeah, to
Yeah,
start to do that. Well, I have no doubt that that
I would
is
imagine
coming.
that's where it starts, right? Like,
Yeah.
where if they want to start enforcing that, if the
And I
government,
totally feel you,
SEC.
Dolph, but yeah, it's just kind of like it's too big and too much going on over in the crypto space now that it just is inevitable. It's an
Yeah,
inevitability, and I
it's
think we've been
true.
kind of talking about that.
If you didn't want regulation, I would be. That's true, man. That's
Yeah,
true.
yeah. I mean,
I
that was
think
part of the
the
allure of the crypto space for many,
well,
for sure.
it's really what it does is it allows everyone to play the same game that the wealthy, rich ass hats are able to play. You know what I mean? It's like, on getting in on the IPOs and
Right,
those backroom
right.
deals and shit like that that are only available for accredited investors and stuff like that. Crypto allows the opportunity for normies to be able to play the same
Yeah,
kind of game,
and to invest in
and that's what's
startups and
awesome
stuff
about
like
it,
that.
right?
Yeah,
Yeah, I think it's the I think the financial sector, protecting us from ourselves and our terrible decisions that we'll make is what really, I think is the really pain in the ass, really shitty
yeah.
part about the whole thing. So
Well, and it just
it's
sucks because a lot of people are gonna be trapped in, there's gonna be a lot of people that get burned, just because there were no established rules, and inadvertently, like these people who are now getting their information given to the SEC and are gonna be subpoenaed by the SEC just because they talked about this project on Twitter. You know, there's gonna be a lot more of that too, where people are just gonna be brought into these cases just along the way. So they're coming to probe you. Yes, they are. The probes are coming.
the
Grayscale
probes are
is
coming.
Grayscale.
Get
Just don't go further into that.
No,
We can leave
I
that
won't.
just
I
where it
had
is.
enough. A
Yeah,
lot of jokes
I
coming
know.
in right
The
now. Yeah,
probing. We
it's
could probably do
you
10
set it
minutes of
up. You
probing
set it up too
jokes.
nicely. Now
Yeah.
it's like, okay, well, moving on. This is a
I
mature
thought about the
show. We're not gonna.
thumbnail should have involved a probe going into something, but I just I decided against that. So anyway, Grayscale though is ramping up an effort against the SEC as well for rejecting their Bitcoin ETF. So now Grayscale has filed a lawsuit against the SEC as well. So it's just a
Mm.
total mess. Everything's a total freaking mess. Is all I got to say about that. Okay, enough SEC talk. Binance Chain executed a hard fork to secure their network after $100 million hack. They've finished up a hard fork called Moron. Wait, Moran. My bad, not Moron. That would have been pretty funny if it was called Moron, the Moron upgrade. No, Moran. My bad. And apparently this upgrade brings new security to cross-chain infrastructure between BNB Beacon Chain and the BNB Smart Chain. So this should patch up the security issues after the bridge exploit last week.
It'll
So
patch them
that's good
up and
news.
open up new holes
Of
for other
course,
people
yes,
to
always a
find.
new
Yeah,
hole, and
yeah.
hopefully they've
As
got a good
always.
bounty program. Hopefully they've redone their bounty program to make it better. That's the key. Like everybody needs really good bounty programs to not get. I think that's what we've learned. If we've learned anything, If you got a lot of money, offer good
How many
bounties.
people are taking these bounties versus what they stole? You know?
Oh yeah, well that's the whole thing. Like that's why a lot of these people are just stealing because the bounties aren't high enough. It's just a mess. Everything's a mess, guys. Everything's on fire. I saw Dolph in the Discord was saying this morning that he said there's a lot of the YouTube videos he's been watching lately have fire in the background of the thumbnails. There's a lot of fire going
There
on.
is a lot of fire and all. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I think that's the market sentiment right now is the everything's on fire. But fear not because we have Zen, the new Zen token that Etherscan data shows that the Zen minting is responsible for 40% of all Ethereum transactions and has pushed the network's transaction fee above $1. This is a new token on the Ethereum network. They say, be your own bank. Wow, we've never heard that before. Mint your way to freedom. Zen is a breeze of fresh air. Its value put on your time preference and on the number of like-minded people. I already don't trust this. You get it for free just for being you. Definitely don't trust this. I don't trust this.
Right.
Collaborative project.
How do you get Zen? I want Zen.
I think you have to
Give
mint
me
it
free
somehow.
Zen.
So you have to mint
Zen.
it. It's an ERC20 token built on the Ethereum blockchain based on the first principles of crypto, like decentralization, self-custody, transparency, and trust through consensus. What's the supply? There is no fixed supply. They will be created in perpetuity. Okay. So yeah, users mint their own Zen and can do this forever. Great. How to mint it. Zen tokens can be minted by anyone for free. The only thing you need is an Ether wallet. So yeah, you can mint these for free. I'm assuming you have to pay gas. And yes, some ETH to pay for the gas fee. Connect your wallet to the Zen dApp. Indicate the number of days you want to spend on minting your Zen. Days? I have to spend days minting? And claim your C rank. You need to sign the transaction, pay the gas fee. Then wait for the end of your term. And when this happens, you need to connect the wallet again and mint Zen. So you wait X number of days. Weird, dude. This is very, very weird. And this is the thing that's responsible for 40% of Ethereum transactions right now. I don't know what that says about the market in general, but you can just you can make your own judgment there. Looks like users have paid over $1.8 million in gas fees so far to mint this new shitcoin. A group supported by former Google employee Jack Levin. Okay, it was created by the Fair Crypto Foundation. Interesting. It just sounds like when I read this part here, I feel like this was written by somebody in India. No offense to people in India, but and it's just like I feel like I'm getting this is like the new Doge chain or something,
Shit.
you know, the new Dogecoin chain.
From India. Oh shit.
But no, I guess this is by somebody that's well known with a ex Google employee. So I mean, whatever.
Hey, the chart says it's crashing, so whatever.
It's listed on Huobi. On Huobi has it listed. I don't think it's listed in a lot of places. Gate.io, Huobi, and MEXC and Uniswap. Sounds like is all of it. So yeah, it's been crashing though. And we'll take a look at that as well. Good times. Good times. You can now see a Ethereum wallet balance by just Googling an Ethereum wallet address, which is really just kind of interesting. So if you Google a wallet address, it'll tell you how much money is in it. That's a new little Google update. Kind of cool. Interesting. OpenSea has added AVAX. And I love this headline, Traders Shrug. So it just had no effect on the price, it sounds like, of AVAX, but OpenSea has added AVAX. And it's the 7th now blockchain to be supported on OpenSea. So OpenSea is quickly becoming the kind of every chain. The only one I don't see on here is Cardano. Where's my Cardano NFTs?
What's a Cardano?
I want my Cardano NFTs listed on OpenSea. Damn it! That and Tezos.
Cardano NFTs are probably more popular than AVAX. You think?
Yeah, I think so. Oh yeah, I think so. I've seen like
So
like some
yeah,
like BitBoy and all of them are getting into Cardano NFTs. It's the new push. It's like, oh yeah, these are cheap and we can
BitBoy.
try to push liquidity over there.
I
So,
didn't. I
I
didn't know
think that's
BitBoy fucked with
yeah.
NFTs.
Oh yeah, they're effing with the Cardano NFTs. Did you see this? The new Meta Quest Pro, the new
Mm,
$1,500 advanced VR device from Meta. Have you seen this? You seen this? This is
what?
their new VR AR device that they're promoting right now. And I guess this is supposed to change the way we work. They're really promoting this towards people like working and creative people, but I feel like this is more going to be for gamers, really. I don't know. It's weird. It's like, who's the audience for this? I don't know, and it's way more expensive than their last Oculus device. So, definitely a much more expensive device. It looks like it's probably way more advanced, but I'm not really sure. I don't know. I don't know. I'm certainly not going to jump on this though. It's too pricey for my liking for what it does. But I don't know. They're trying to make the VR goggles like at
Thing is,
work a
that
thing.
ad, what it fails to do is really like is that really improving my experience in my life? You know what I mean? Like having those goggles, like the musician, like she had her goggles on, she had different fades
Yeah,
and
like what is
whatnot,
this
kind
allowing
of
you
all
to do
there.
that you couldn't have done before as a musician, right?
Right, exactly, like, it just made all that kinda shit more digital, which to me, in my experience, usually sucks. It's delayed, right? You wanna, like, turn that knob and get that sound right away or something, and if it's digital, it's like there's a delay to it. It's not nearly as nice as, like, a hardware kind of feel.
Right,
Um,
right.
and then with the weird, like, designing, like, shoes or some people, they're all
I
sitting
know.
at a
What the
conference that
hell?
what
Everybody
they're all
has
like,
them
"Oh."
on. Can you
Yeah,
imagine a
like,
meeting where
"Oh,
everyone's sitting together and
oh."
has these on?
It
What?
totally
Yeah, I
yeah,
know.
it
Yeah,
doesn't.
I know. They're trying to make the AR thing. I mean, it reminds me. Remember the Google glasses? The Google glasses that it was like that was supposed to be AR type thing. But this is worse though. You have to have a whole headset on. Like I
Fuck
thought
off.
people walking around with Google glasses and AirPods was bad enough, but now people are going to be walking around with AR headsets. So we're getting into the
Yeah, all
crazy.
I know is
Oh
I
my
spent a
god.
bunch
Oh
I sp
my
yeah,
god. Oh, Dolph. I don't even
I
think I
know,
could
we're
put
gonna
that
get
on the
if
screen right
if
now. I
well,
can't.
if you put it on, we'll just get the fat shamers on us, that's all, you
Yeah,
know?
well, YouTube will put some kind of Wikipedia thing under our video, fact
Yeah.
check us. Um,
GM show doesn't like fat people or something,
yeah.
yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well, we could use some hate. That would probably be actually useful for us. It'd be like fuel.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
don't know.
We could use some hate.
Yeah,
Please, people, hate us more. We need more thumbs down on our videos. Yeah.
exactly. Rage comment. Please come and rage comment.
Uh, no, but if yeah, I just think the whole like VR thing, it's like, I get the whole VR for my kids for Christmas and they barely touched the thing. Given and I'm locked out. I can't get back. Like my Facebook account got destroyed because it got hacked, and now
So now you can't even use this,
I can't
essentially.
even use the
Yeah,
damn
so
thing,
is
yeah.
that like yeah, so what if I pay
All my
$1,500 to
games that
buy
I bought
this
and everything,
and then
just
I get
gone.
banned from Facebook? Can I know then
Yeah.
I just have a $1,500 brick? Oh,
Yeah,
man.
you gotta, like, redo everything, I think. I don't
That's
know what
yeah,
I gotta do,
see,
but I'm like, all those games I purchased, I'm pretty pissed because 'cause they're just gone.
I don't even know what this category that you're talking about right now, Dolph, is, but I think this could be, once crypto crashes to 0, that maybe you're onto something. We could become waifu VTubers. I kinda like that idea. I don't know what that means, but I like it. I like
Maybe
the
it's
sound of it.
like,
Like, we just
I
talk
don't
about
know.
waifus? I don't
I
know.
don't
What does
know,
that
man.
mean? I don't know. I mean, I've seen some weird shit, over on Twitch. There's some weird stuff going on over on Twitch. The
There
other
is some
day,
weird shit, man.
Mr. Take Profits and I watched some weird Twitch streams for too long, really. And
Yeah,
so I don't know.
yeah.
Anything's possible.
They're a
Uh
genius, though, in keeping you
they
there,
yeah,
just
edging you.
letting you making you
Yes,
wait,
edging
yeah.
you. Edge
Yeah,
masters is
funny.
what I would call that. Edge masters. Yeah, milking the algorithm. Okay, we're going to go over to the charts, but really quick before we do, I just want to show these two headlines next to each other because they're so funny. This finance expert is warning that Bitcoin will be going to $6,000, while this crypto analyst believes Ethereum is going to kickstart one of the biggest bull markets in history. So, these headlines are from the same website on one day after another. So, it's so funny. I love these headlines. The headlines where it's finance and
Dude,
crypto experts telling us what the market's going to do are the best
yeah,
headlines
get the
freaking
fuck
ever.
out of
I
here,
love them.
man.
So, with that,
Yeah.
let's go into the charts and see what's going on with the market.
Let's go to the charts. All right, it's been
Show us
pretty
6K.
crazy
Show us
today.
6K. Draw the lines to 6K.
No, well, we've done that before, and I'm telling you, I don't see 6, I see like 9 maybe, but 12, 6K is a little sure it's possible, but you know what? Right now, Bitcoin's holding. So um until it gets there, that guy's an ass hat.
Oh,
Um
whoa, whoa.
well, like, cause okay, so in the last few hours, right, we had this Darth Maul lightsaber action right here at 6. It was pretty crazy. We had this deep dive, and I was like, oh man, this could be it. But then boom, it bounced right back. And we're still holding above the daily open right now on Bitcoin. This candle just keeps getting better. Um, could be this is the overbought signal is starting to pinch in here on the kimono. RSI is pointing up. VWAP starting to point up. So the hour time frame isn't looking too shabby. It's holding, right? It's holding. Here on the 4 hour, you see that Darth Maul lightsaber candle right now. Um, Still holding above daily open. We do have a buy signal on the 4 hour. So really, like, I would say I would say 4 hours, one of these ones where it's like, you could just probably buy and sell on the 4 hour dots here and just scalp, 1 to 2 profits. But it's gonna 1 to 2 percenters, But when you do that kind of strat, you got to understand that you're holding on for potentially days to see those kind of small little scalps. Um, but it's like, yeah, you could have entered here, you'd still be waiting, you would have went down. You're just kind of chudding in this range, waiting. And I think this could be a decent spot to bounce from. If you look at the daily, looking at the daily, right? We have a challenge here at the volume range low and a rejection. All right. Um, and it's looking like we could be seeing a move up, right? Confluence right up here. We have the 50 moving average and the 200, or I'm sorry, and the point of control of the range down here. That we could totally, I could see price coming up to before getting rejection. I mean, we've just been in this range for weeks now. It's just, I just feel like every time I'm at the charts with you guys now, it's like, well, we're at the bottom of the
Same
range.
thing. Yeah, it's
Well,
been
we're at
the
the
same
top of the
thing every
range.
day. Yeah, we're
We're
just
just at
ranging.
one point in
Yep.
the range. It's like, and right now we're at the bottom. We're at the bottom. We've confirmed that we challenged the bottom. And so if someone would say, oh, is the price going to go down or up? I would say, because the trend is your friend until the end, the trend right now is this range. I would expect we challenge this bottom like we're at now, and we get a move up. That's what I would think. I would think now is be the time to buy. So that's what I'm seeing here, right? We've challenged the range lows. Now let's get up and challenge the point of control, and then maybe the range high. All right, the range point of control is here. So if I entered a trade, I'd say, okay, I'm going in long. Here, Bitcoin is at 1900, about right, 1909. All right. And I would say then I'm holding until 1996, maybe just hold it on to 2K kind of level here. Maybe right around here, the point of control and the 50 moving average. I would see this kind of move maybe in the next few days. Now we have to be careful. Have to be careful because it's going to get very violent.
Oh boy,
Violent.
scary.
Violent. It's going to volatile. I want to use because it's good tomorrow with the right. Tomorrow is the
Yeah, the CPI report.
CPI. Thank you.
Yep.
So tomorrow that'll come out, and we're gonna get Darth Maul lightsaber kind of action, some whiplashes maybe. Um, it's gonna kind of get it's gonna get kind of nuts tomorrow. So that's gonna help us. That's gonna help us be able to identify if this range holds or not. Now it's gonna I'm assuming, right, CPI. um Really, I don't think it matters because I think the Fed is getting enough confirmation just to keep increasing interest rates, right? There's still little signs of a pivot from the
Right.
Fed. So I think everyone's still, no matter what the CPI is, the Fed's probably still going to raise interest rates. Um, so I'm not really too sure what to expect because, again, I don't like to short down here at the support. We're down at the support. I don't want
Yeah.
to short. I want to look for longs and
We're in a
support.
squeeze
Right.
for sure. Things are squeezing in.
If you
I bet.
listen for
Yeah.
Grandpappy's advice and buying low and selling high, we're at the low. So,
Yeah. Yeah.
anyways,
I think that's why. Yeah, it'll be important to see what happens after the CPI report for sure.
I was looking at here. Let me get an updated liquidity.
While you do that, Nairobi asked, "What about Yuga Labs and the SEC? A bad or good sign?" We just discussed that a little earlier here in the news section, and we pretty much were saying we'll have to wait and
Well,
see as things evolve. But
yeah.
short term dumpage, long term, we don't know because it's just a probe.
Yeah, it's a probe. So we're not, it's not like they're getting sued or anything, right? They're
There's
just
no, yeah, there's no
they're probably going to
lawsuit.
get audited. And it's not, Yuga has been one of those companies that have
Yeah,
actually been KY, getting a lot of their members KYC'd and everything. So um really it's just I think it's just a matter of time before we see what really comes up with that. But it's a probe, could be nothing, but enough. But the FUD is real. The FUD
yeah,
is real.
yeah.
So this is with liquidations. Yeah,
Wow, we
Bitcoin.
got
Like,
a
look
lot
what
up
where we're
above. Yeah,
saying, where we are expecting the price to potentially go is right where the next cluster of liquidations are. So to me, the market maker has a lot more reason to bring price up here. Um, so that's what I'm looking at right now for Bitcoin. Let's jump to Ethereum real quick. I will
hmm
while we're waiting for that, while we're waiting for the liquidation maps for Ethereum to get going. You know, look at what's happening here, guys. Look what's happening. Ethereum's back in the range, back in the local range.
It's been, man, this
Yesterday,
range is just this is an easy
dude,
range right here.
this candle yesterday scared me because it closed below this local volume range. Right? Whoa! What happened to my marker here? It closed below this range. All right.
Yeah.
So I was thinking, okay, we could be testing this range down here. This is this volume range is from the the macro high, local, I'd say, yeah, local high to our current price. And guys, we have like point of control central right over here of like three different ranges. All right, we have on Ethereum. I have three different volume ranges. Bitcoin, I'm just using that kind of low the I wouldn't call it so much macro, but yeah, it's macro. It's just this lower range that we've been in for months, right? On Bitcoin, I only use one of those because the price moves slower there, and we are testing the bottom of that range. Now with Ethereum, it's a bit different because we have a couple different zones here, right? So this range is from our all-time highs to our current price. And with this volume range here, the point of control leads right there. This is our local high to our current price, and point of control is here. This little volume range that I have set up here, this is for the little range that we've been in since what, September? Yeah, like a month now. That's we've been just stuck here. And every episode for a month, I've been saying we're at the bottom of this range. We're at the top of this.
Dude,
We're
it's
at the
been the
bottom of this. We're at
craziest
the
just
top of this.
range
Bottom of this.
month. Yeah.
And so yesterday I thought, oh, we
Do
could
something.
be breaking this. We could be coming down here. But you know what? Guys, this candle's getting us right back into this range. And so I'm seeing, maybe we could get up here and challenge this point of control central over here. This is such an incredibly important level for Ethereum. Very strong, very strong. This could be just a massive consolidation level. I mean, we could be just this
sure,
could be
yeah.
a good time to buy Ethereum.
For sure.
But first you'd want to see prices to be bullish on Ethereum though. Prices have got to be closing above these point of controls. And then we have the 50 moving average. To me, Ethereum looks like it just wants to range here until the 50 moving average comes down to the price, and then maybe we could start seeing a movement up. I'm being optimistic.
Hey,
I would actually expect to move down. I'm just saying.
We need optimism. We must be optimistic.
In these scenarios, I would be assuming if we challenge the 50 moving average, price we would be coming down. But I'm gonna just be optimistic and say that maybe the bottom is near. And I think the bottom could be near. I mean, if you look at, let's go to the stocks here. I mean, we'll see how today closes. Be interesting if we get another year low today. But I mean, we are close. Like I think, right, these levels of what we're resistant, I think they're going to be support. And I think this is where we could come down to before we start seeing maybe another rally, anything similar to like what we had. Whoa, gosh, where's my marker?
Whoa.
Like this, right? I want to see something like this. This was basically from the June lows, and then we got a nice pump and everything. It was decent. I'm just looking for that, right? What am we going to get the next little leg up? And challenge, 200 moving average. And I think we could be close. Just, I think we're pretty damn close to the bottom. So, I mean, looking at the stocks now, the dollar
Crushing.
in this damn dude, it
should have longed the dollar. That's the moral of the story.
You could, I mean, it's just, it's coming down. It's just textbook bullish market for the dollar. I mean, it challenges the 50 moving average, moves away. Challenge 50 moving average, moves away. Challenge the 50 moving average, moves away. I'm gonna stop, but you get the idea. It's just any relief that the dollar gets, it's just challenging the 50 moving average and then getting a strong bounce back. So no signs of this chilling out. None at all. I don't see anything. Kimono Wave's actually saying, let's rage, baby. Let's fucking rage.
Yeah.
That's what Kimono Wave is saying. VWAP pointing up. Money Flow Wave in the green. We have the Kimono Wave.
CPI take us to a higher high on the dollar?
And that's the thing. See, the Kimono Wave, our indicator that you can get for free for now in the Discord. Like people pay for indicators like this. People are spending thousands of dollars. All right.
Yeah.
So this is a very valuable indicator that we've made here. And you can use it on all kinds of different assets like the dollar or stocks even. Just know that, right, you have the thing with stocks and, with these markets that open and close on certain days, you have the gaps, you got to be careful
Yeah.
with that. And that,
Gross.
makes the wave a little bit more choppy, doesn't it?
Gross.
But anyways, let's go check out
Ape. Let's go to Ape. Let's do Ape
yeah,
Watch.
let's go Ape.
We don't need to look at Solana. No one uses Solana.
It's going to zero anyway.
Got you, suckers. Oof. Look at that daily candle. Ouch.
Yeah, the SEC was some bad news for Ape. I don't have any, like, I'm not looking to buy Ape until it gets down to $3. I've been saying that since it was at $3. Okay, since it was at $3, I've been saying
You were like,
back to
when
$3.
when it was at $3, you were like, once it hits $1, I'm in.
I was kind of like that. Yeah, I was. Yeah, because it hasn't been that low before, so that was where the low is. You know what I mean? There's no.
The question is, will we get lower than like $4?
Where's the support in these? Yeah,
I think it all depends on the news.
So it definitely yesterday, Ape broke this level of support. It's gone. Forget it. Not coming back for a while. Now it's looking like it's holding on to this level of support. We see this area, it waked up to this area before. It's not super strong now. I mean, we've had basically around here was the strongest this level of support has been. So let's see. I'm not convinced this is gonna hold, right? I don't know. Anybody looking at this chart is super convinced that this would hold. Let's go to any bullish activity going on here. No, I mean, we could come up and claim the vector candle on a daily chart. That would basically, come up and challenge the new resistance. Okay, new levels of resistance right up here. Challenge that before coming down. I could see that, right? Just comes up, gets another leg down. Yeah, I mean, I don't know why. I don't know. Yeah, I think I could totally see Ape going down further. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Real quick,
depending
Ethereum,
on the news.
Yeah. Ethereum.
So there's more FUD news than. Oh yeah, Ethereum liquidations are above too. So I mean, liquidation levels say take the price up, and depending on the CPI report, that could happen. I mean, one candle could take out all those liquidations. So.
Yeah, what the CPI report? It came out. I'm trying to think. What was it last month?
Every time it comes out, we always ask this question. We're like, "What happened last time?"
I can't remember, dude.
I always just remember a big candle. That's all I remember.
I have a really shitty short-term memory, so
I have just bad memory. Period.
Oh, I know it's gonna go down and then up really fast and then down again.
Just violent movement is the main point.
I usually just get my ass kicked. My first trade on a CPI is always gets my ass kicked, and then I jump on the train a little bit too late. But I'm, that's how my CPI reports happen. I always get screwed at first on my first trade with it, and then it works out.
That's life.
Yeah. So the liquidations that we're looking at on Ethereum, definitely say. They're up there right at all those point of controls. I mean, I can't remember the last time I looked at chart and I had 3 different ranges pulled and all of the point of controls are all just right in the same area. This level for ETH, that's right around 1,300.
It's a strong one. It's a strong
one.
It
is. Yeah, it is.
It's a point of control is what I would say.
That's true.
I'd call that a point of control.
I'd call that a point of control.
I don't know if anyone's ever thought of that, but that's what I would call it.
Yeah, I would expect us maybe to challenge it and then number go down again, But with a lot of these, my ebook, I should come up with the ebook, dude.
I love how you're taking Dolph's bad advice. That's great. Great.
Oh, and
Thank you, Dolph.
Dolph, yeah, he's made millions trading the
Yes,
kimono.
Dolph has been killing
Fantastic.
it with the kimono.
He's just been
SEC,
100x
if the
leveraging it.
SEC is watching this, no, this is a joke. Dolph is joking. He sometimes
Oh.
puts jokes in the chat. If the SEC is listening, they're probably listening to all our phone calls as well. Okay, well have you charted us? Is that our
I
charts?
think so. I think that's. I mean, there's nothing. Yeah. So the big winners, big losers today. I mean, it's all pretty much the same except GMTV. GMT
GMTV.
here.
Oh,
Sorry. Yeah.
GMT.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what hey, that that there's an average of one user right now on what's the GMT, what's the app Steppen. Steppen has an average of one user per day now. Yeah. In other news.
Bro, see, Freeman, I know this. We're at a bear market and everything, and I know our channel is growing slowly and whatnot. But to sit here and say that we have more live
Yeah.
viewers than
Than Steppen
Steppen
has
does
per day.
daily use.
Yeah. That was remember
Whoa.
yesterday we looked at the metaverse, Decentraland was empty headlines. That was the headline that got changed. I had forgotten what was in the headline originally, but in that headline originally was that Steppen has an average of one user per day. So yeah, Steppen is non-existent essentially. Near is a
On
bloodbath, but
Dolph's request,
they're
we're
at
checking on Near.
support.
See, guys, if you're on the YouTube chat, you can chat in whatever shit token you want.
Yeah, you
and
can
I'll
direct the entire show essentially if you just
Yeah.
chat.
I mean, I would say this is like, so we've wicked down to this level. This is at 317. Is that, no, that's the current price. 30308. All right. We wicked down here. 1, 2, 3. Right. We had a candle close, candle open, wick down again, wick down again. And now we've wicked down. We're holding this. But I mean, we have broke.
Just barely.
Dude,
Just
so if you're
barely.
doing on this candle close open and this level here, so within this daily, if I went down into the lower time frames, I'd be able to get some stronger
Of
levels
course,
here.
yeah.
But based on just this, I have this level, and it's
Yeah.
basically like below that one, but above this one.
It's barely at
Oh
support.
gosh, dude,
Yeah.
this candle
Yeah,
was
that's
a
a
few
brutal
days
one.
ago. That was a rough.
Yeah.
That one really took it down to this level, and I mean, it looks very, very bearish for Near. Only because we're so far away, right? Basically, it challenged these lower moving averages and just got rejected, and now we're kind of price will probably sit down here waiting for these moving averages to come down before it makes another decision on whether or not market makers are going to take up Near to challenge the 50 moving average. Because it's, geez Louise, man, the
Jeez
market makers
Louise.
just don't look good. Don't look good. But hey, it's still holding. It's still holding. It's not getting lower lows. We are not getting lower lows. So it is still holding, huh? How about it? That's something to be optimistic about. I would say again, it's at lows. It's at support.
Yeah.
I don't want to short Near right there. You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
Yeah. Exactly.
It's on.
Yes, Dekenza. That is exactly what happened. Yeah. I mean,
He was sick yesterday. It was
this whole
unexcusable.
show may be canceled because I mean, there's a lot of tension right now in this room.
We're all down bad. We're all
Yeah, we're
down
all down
bad.
bad.
So there's a lot
Yeah.
of
I knew we should have just put a punching bag in his office because I knew I would become the punching bag if we didn't do that.
the
So
morning club's becoming the morning fight club.
Fight Club,
And so
exactly. Yes, exactly.
he's gonna, every
Okay.
morning we get here
Let's
and
go to the intermission.
All
Let's
right,
do this.
intermission us.
Yeah, we're gonna intermission. And when we get back, we're gonna look at NFTs and
It's a long one today, right? I'm gonna take. I'll be a little bit.
yes,
I'll be back. I'll
it's
just be back. Don't worry
yeah,
about it.
you know, it's okay. Sometimes when you don't reappear, it actually makes the show more fun because then it's like we have the little your camera in there and it's empty and we're like, oh, when is he coming back? Did he leave? Did he jump off the building? We'll find out. Stay tuned. Okay, off to the intermission we go.
Jerome Powell say we're entering the new normal. What is normal? I am normal. I used to fix toy machines at the Pizza Hut. Now I am Saudi Arabia. Is Bitcoin under 20K the new normal? Cause I don't like it. Who elected this guy, Jerome? It's hard to imagine. He has a love life because he's so unlovable, which make me wonder, will he love me? I think I am hard to love because I love too hard. And there is nothing I love more than Bitcoin. Bitcoin to the moon. Max bidding, better believe it.
You know what an NFT stands for?
Not at all.
No. Okay. No, all good. That's it. That's it. Do you know what an NFT stands for?
No, if I'm being honest, no.
Okay. That's okay. That's
Sorry.
good. Do you know what an NFT stands for?
No,
You don't?
I don't know.
Okay. That's okay. Do you know what an NFT stands for?
No, I don't.
Okay.
While you may have fumbled fidenzas and missed out on generational wealth like a bozo, you know what? It's not too late to FOMO into Dikenzas. The big and beautiful generative peen art you can put in your wallet or on your wall. No roadmap, no utility, just dicks.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers,
Cheers, y'all.
motherfuckers!
Let's
Let's go!
Let's go.
Excuse me. Shout out to all you throat goats.
Gods for life.
The year is 10 years from now. Augmented reality glasses have grown ubiquitous. A popular new app displays a timer above everyone's head, counting the seconds since the last time they shit their pants. Overnight, social hierarchies are upturned. Respect is earned and lost based on this number. It replaces credit scores, job interviews, dating rituals, friendships, relationships, careers, all dependent on these floating shit clocks. Some people constantly reset their timer as an act of rebellion. Others find loophole in adult diapers. Bank accounts don't matter anymore. Fast food empires crumble. What began as a harmless app became the basis for social currency, and credibility, and attraction. Everyone was so focused on the ever-increasing number of their shit clocks that they didn't even notice the death timer.
Bing bong.
Thank you for watching GMTV.
Thank you guys for sticking around through the intermission there. And as you can tell, Mr. Take Profits has still not returned, which, as we predicted, would make the show that much more fun. Don't forget to like the show, subscribe if you have not. If you're on Twitter, come on over to GMTV LOL on YouTube. It's where the chat is and where all the fun is. You know, Dolph had mentioned that we should be VTubing. I had no idea what this was, but this is like virtual YouTubers. It's when you stream using a digital avatar, and I went and did a little research. Here's like an example of somebody VTubing. I actually like this idea. This might help us stay more on the down low, so the SEC can't come after us if we just start using little VTube avatars. I think that the future of this show is we will start VTubing using our NFT avatars as our streaming avatars. I love this idea. So anyway, great idea, Dolph. Great idea. Let's look at the OpenSea top volume collections over the past 24 hours. You got all the Yuga Labs collections in the top volume, and not necessarily for a good reason. The floors on every Yuga Lab asset is pretty much going down. You can see here is the Bored Ape floor price chart. We're getting down to like a level of support for sure, down in the 73, 74 range. And, all-time lows is down around like that 64. So, yeah, we're coming down, and the question is, will we challenge those lows that we've been at before? You've also got D-Gods and Utes up here as well. The DGOD's floor coming down as well, testing a level of pretty good support down here around this 280, 270 range. So it's been a little bit of a dumpy past day for all the top projects on the charts here. So it's pretty crazy that you've got pretty much the top projects from ETH and the top projects from Solana both at the top of the charts, but because they are dumping, which is fantastic. We also had news yesterday that Scum, which was one of the artists on the DGOD's team, officially left the team as of last Friday. Pretty much said he's very grateful, yada, yada, yada. It does sound like there was a little bit of this. He said, also, if I experienced another scrap or delay, I was going to rage quit anyway. Yeah. So you could tell there was probably a little bit of tension about all the scrapping and delaying. And, you know, Josh sent me this, this tweet, which is related, where apparently Frank disclosed that the team had all 15,000 Utes ready leading up to the reveal, but did not feel proud of them and scrapped 60% of the traits. Here's the full tweet. Based on progress since, I'm so glad that we did, Frank says. And they are updating progress daily here. This is a website where you can get like essentially daily progress reports from the DGOD's team. And from what it looks like here, they are still working on the Utes artwork. So, here you can see remove
he
all
gets
filler
wrong.
Loathing train. Yes.
What this asshole Frank gets so fucking wrong
here we go.
Is that it is all subjective. Every fucking thing that he's going to release is subjective. And the fact that he's delayed this shit so many times, the hype, like the build up behind it, everyone's expecting something fucking absolutely unbelievable.
Yeah, well, that's the thing.
But no matter what he delivers, no matter what he delivers, is going to fall flat.
Yeah,
it's going to fall flat. It's not going to meet everyone's expectations. There's going to be people who hate it. There's going to be people who FUD it. He's a fucking idiot. He's a fucking idiot. No one gives two shits about any of this. But any of how they fucking
that's
look.
Where you are wrong. I mean,
idiot.
There are a lot of people that do care about it. You know, you are one of the ones that don't. But you have to recognize that there are a bunch of people that are like still worshiping this guy like crazy. I mean, that is the truth. And the whole but you're right. Where you're right is that no matter what, he's setting himself up for failure.
They just want to sell it for more money, Freeman. People don't. They're not buying the Utes because they look cool.
Volume. Yeah.
Show me one person who's like, I'm buying the Utes because they look fucking cool.
Well, of course not. Well, because we don't even know what they look.
Show me that, dude.
We don't even know what they look like.
We've seen the samples. We've seen.
Yeah, we don't even know if that's real at this point because those teasers were before they scrapped
everything. People aren't buying
everything.
the DGODs because they look awesome.
No.
You know, people aren't buying it. No,
of course not.
No, that's what I'm saying is like nobody gives two shits about what they actually look like. Like it just fucking released the damn thing.
Yeah, well, that's true. Yeah, you're right. And you know, the thing is though, he's setting himself up for failure here by saying this, I think. You know, by saying we scrapped 60% of the traits and now we've been working on redoing it this entire time, it makes expectations even higher. Yeah, right? Because now people are like, "Oh, they scrapped it because they weren't happy with it. Now we should get something much better," right? Technically. But the problem is if it comes out and people are underwhelmed, the floor price will certainly
which is undoubtedly going to happen.
Yeah. I mean, that's just the thing. It'll be immediately fudded. So, and as you can see, they're still polishing line work and shading. So, you know, there's still work going on over there. Yes, if you guys are talking about it, he already won. Yeah, you know, when I look at the analytics, one of the top keywords for our entire channel is Utes and DGODs. Those are the top two keywords for our channel. So, yes, Dolph, we're caught up in the sauce.
We're kind of slaves to the algorithm. Yeah.
We're caught up in the sauce. Yes, we are.
Caught up in the sauce.
Yes.
He is successful and whatever, you know, as far as, well, if you're rating success on, you know, making money, yes, he's successful. But if you're rating success as in building
like
a profitable business that'll last,
we don't know yet.
Decades, hundreds of years from now. Yeah. All right.
To be determined for
Success
sure.
is a-
So yeah, I mean, yeah, I think, it just shows, all of this shows here that the artwork has been a sticking point, it sounds like, for this whole thing. And in the team, it sounds like it created some tension probably as well. So, I mean, who knows what these things will even look like at the end? And yeah, I mean, the fact that they have put so much pressure now on this artwork to be really good is definitely setting themselves up for a FUD storm when this
disaster.
finally happens.
Disaster.
So I rate success on his artistic contributions to mankind. Exactly. That's why this art reveal is so important, right, Dolph? Yes.
All right. I'm gonna go jump off the building. I think I'm just done. I think I'm just done.
Bored Ape founder
with this.
issued a cryptic warning about the Other Side Meta Twitter account. So it's really weird. I would think that, right, the Other Side Meta Twitter account should be ran by the Yuga team, right? So what's really weird about this is that Greg Solana, also known as Garga, said something weird is going on with the Other Side Meta Twitter account. Insane that I have to say this, but don't trust anything coming from that account for the time being. So it's kind of weird to me, though, that he doesn't even know what's going on when it's technically his Twitter account, right? Like, they own the Twitter account. Why would they not know what's going on with it? I don't know. So that's very weird to me. So potentially I would take that as a sign that they are not in control of what's happening with this account right now. And that's more FUD, I would say. A lot more FUD. I would be a little worried if I owned an Other Side other deed right now, because this is just weird that this seems to be out of their control and the account seems to be in a strange state. Yeah. I mean, I've never seen this, right? It's not suspended. But all the images are gone and the username is gone. It's very, very strange. And the fact that Yuga Labs team doesn't know what's going on, again, just this has been a strange 24 hours. I mean, no doubt about that. So we'll see what happens with that. Stay tuned. I thought that would be maybe fixed by now, but it's still going on.
Well, I thought it went down after the whole SEC thing, and I thought maybe they were trying to cover, be like, okay, we're ending this whole, they're trying to distance themselves maybe, but I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. It's weird. I don't know. It's weird. I mean, apparently I would guess they are not the ones that did this, though, which is kind of strange. Why would Twitter or whoever did this to the account do this? And it also seems weird that maybe they don't have access to this account anymore.
Dude, I
from
just
the sound
will never
of it,
forget or forgive them about
for 430. I know. That's what kick started this whole thing. When I was looking at the when I was looking at the BAYC floor price, it's funny. The top was right about 430. Look at that. April 30th was the top of the BAYC floor price at 152 ETH. So yeah, it's lost half of its value since then. Let's look at some mints, shall we? Art Blocks mint today. What is this? Delay of 600 seconds. Interesting. The Departed. This looks like maybe a generative art collection. One of 350.
That's all Art Blocks does.
Right. Yes, pretty much. And it looks like these will be 3 ETH. Minting at right now, actually. These are minting right now. Oh, it looks like it's a Dutch auction. It's a Dutch auction. A Dutch auction. So these are minting right now. I wonder how many minted out so far. Hard to tell. If I cared more, I'd go look. The Mike Shinoda NFT is minting today. This is the one where I think you have to have one of 5 different projects to mint it. Proof, Moonbirds, pre-mint, a couple others. Curious to see how this one goes. Not crossing my fingers that anything really comes from this. It's also very cryptic. There's not a lot of information about what this NFT will be. What kind of does it give you some kind of benefits to hold this NFT or not? Is the question. So We'll see. We'll see. I don't know if anybody knows more about the Mike Shinoda NFT. This anime storytelling, I think, NFT is going to be minting today, called Yujiin. It kind of sounds like Yu-Gi-Oh to me, but Yujiin. There will be, I don't know, dude. It's a virtual world, and it looks almost like
those are all going so successfully.
This looks almost like some kind of gambling thing. I don't know. This looks a little sketchy here. What's this chip? This chip looks like a gambling chip.
Like a casino chip.
Yeah. Dude, we don't know. Dice. Look. Yeah, I would stay away from this. Yeah, cards. Yeah, I don't know. Again, like I'm really I'm sketched out by all the gambling projects right now.
Well, yeah. So they're Ponzi. So get in on the initial investment and have someone else be your exit, and you're fine. That's how you play Ponzi.
Advice. If the SEC's watching, he's not serious. He's joking.
And think that any of these Ponzi's are long term. Don't be silly.
And they're probably illegal. So
exactly.
Yes.
You get into Ponzi, you get right the fuck out. You don't sit there and play with that shit.
Oh boy, we're definitely gonna get subpoenaed on this one. 6 months from now,
not financial.
We'll be getting our Yuji subpoena any day now. Oh boy, Rotten Eggs is minting today as well. This one had a pre-sale mint, and now they're going to be minting. I have whitelist for this. I don't know. I just think it's feels like there's not like I'll probably mint a couple just to be honest, but I'm just like I think for the price this is way overpriced. And I'm skeptical that this thing is going to be able to 2x from a mint price of 2.5. But it does start minting in 45 minutes. You can see that 2,500-ish of them have been pre-sold, and those were sold at 2.3. So you got a little bit better entry there. But man, I don't know. Can this one go to 5? I seriously doubt it, but it's an animated storytelling NFT. So,
those
are hot.
Those are hot right now.
Those are hot. First time seeing gambling talked about on the show. Exactly, Takenza. This is the first time we've ever even mentioned and said that word. Thank you. Thank you. This one, Owly, the coffee NFT, is also minting today. So those are kind of our big mints of the day, I would say, overall. So things are still minting. Things are still printing. There's FUD in the air. But overall, I think that this is going to be a temporary FUD. I think all this SEC stuff is just, it's like sell the rumor. And then once the real news comes out, people will be probably like, okay. So I don't know. But, I would say if for people who are creating NFT projects, you want to be just super careful right now. Don't overpromise. Don't I would personally stay away from making a token at this point and, make it simple and
well, if you just, I think it's totally, again, it's like you just look into it. I mean, it really isn't that hard to go through the process of being regulated by the SEC. It is not hard.
Yeah,
it isn't that expensive. And it's like, yes, you have to disclose your investors. That's basically all you have to do is disclose the investors and who and how much they're getting and file those reports.
The hard part is, so what happens after the token's been released to initial holders, right? Let's say, okay, people KYC'd for ApeCoin, but then I buy it on a secondary market and I didn't KYC. Is that a problem or no?
No. Because basically, as an ape hold, right, having that NFT is essentially you're saying you're an investor and you have a share essentially, and so you're rewarded those ape tokens and whatnot. So that's kind of how that works out. If So it's I don't know, man. To me, it's it's really not the whole probe thing. It's whatever, dude. Who wouldn't expect them to get audited and kind of that shit? Of course they are.
So this Zen token, for example, that one seems like it could be a problem because no one has to KYC for that one, that seems like that could potentially be an issue.
Well, how does that work? Do you have to have an NFT to get into it? Like, do you have to
No.
pay to get into it?
No, it's
You
free.
just are given it?
It's free. Yeah.
I don't know. I think that might be actually fine, man.
Because
like,
it's
see,
free.
the thing, yeah,
Yeah,
and you're
these are all-
not
it's
investing
so
into a
difficult, yeah.
company. See, the thing is with the NFTs is you are paying ETH, you're paying Soul, whatever, to a body, a human being, to somebody, to an entity, to a company. And then in exchange for that, if that company gives you a reward, another NFT,
yeah.
token,
The
that's what
airdrops,
gets them.
yeah.
That's
Yeah,
what
the
gets
airdrops even can be an
because
issue,
then
it
you're
sounds like.
rewarding investors, right? So that's where, if you play, the thing
This is not.
with
This is
tickets
not. This is our personal opinion, Dolph. Get it straight. These are opinions only. No advice on this show. These are opinions only.
Yeah,
and most of it is all jokes.
Basically, like the only utility that
Dolph, you're gonna get us audited by the SEC. We're gonna get probed next. Dolph, I'm gonna have to ban you.
No, Dolph, I'm gonna put these reviews all over the GM site, and it's gonna like have just a stream of like all these reviews by you and how awesome our products have. It's just gonna be reviews by Dolph, and it's just gonna be all these awesome.
All the testimonials have the same name.
Yeah, all these great testimonials.
Like, I made millions using the kimono. These guys gave me great advice, legal advice. But great.
Yeah, it's great. Yeah.
No, but seriously, it would be good to get a lawyer on, a crypto lawyer, maybe talk about all this stuff.
Yeah, and
especially the SEC stuff.
Yeah,
they would be way better than two asshats. One of which has a breather I'd strip on their nose. Actually, I should just start putting a Band-Aid on my nose, like I'm Nelly. Like, I'm gonna bring back the Band-Aid, but it's gonna be Band-Aid on the nose.
Yeah,
so
I am.
Yes.
Anyway, I think the whole SEC thing in NFTs and stuff, it's like it's not. To me, it makes a lot of sense. It's nothing too crazy. It's just because it's like, it's something, because all this shit has happened. This has all happened before, but in Web 2, right, with Kickstarter and shit. It's like this, and when they did those kinds of
Kickstarter, you weren't like
rounds
airdropping people stuff and giving them.
You're
tokens.
not rewarding people with cryptocurrencies that they can then go flip for
cash out. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
it's a little different. It's more like just raising around with an NFT.
We've been through this kind of before, and so it's kind of like, there's already a path to go through because it's crowdfunding. That's the word.
Well, and I think, and DGods was, well, let's see. I'm trying to think, and that one's an interesting case too, because with Dust, that was given to people for free, just for staking their DGod, right? So I wonder, how does that kind of a situation work as under the SEC?
That's a good question. That's something
the staking your NFT and then getting Dust in reward for staking.
I think that would fall under security. Yeah, because it's still involving the NFT, the share, right? The initial investment it takes to get into the community, and then as a reward for having it, for staking it, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Just like my idea with my desk company. How I'm going to be doing that is going to be similar. You're going to have to KYC to be able to stake, to be able to earn revenue share on my business, right? That's what's going to happen. Like, you're going to be an investor. You're not just going to you're not going to be able to live.
Yeah, KYC platforms, man. Somebody should be working on a KYC platform for everybody. I mean, it's not super hard to do.
That's the reality that we're going to be living in, and that sucks because a lot of people in NFTs are in NFTs because they don't have to like KYC to be involved with a lot of this
shit. Everybody likes the anonymity. Yeah,
everyone likes that.
Yeah. The problem is for project founders that could get in trouble.
Right. That's when you're fucked.
The people investing in these and getting caught up in these schemes, probably not, much to worry about. But as a founder of a project, you gotta tiptoe for sure, walking over hot coals right now.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, deaf beef. That's I'm going to leave you guys with Deaf Beef. This is
Why?
generative audio-visual art.
Oh, I saw another one of these that was trending on OpenSea this morning.
Dude,
A lot of
these
this
are
generative audio stuff is getting popular.
It's hurting my ears.
Oh, it's a weird sound one. It's not even
Weird
real
sounds.
music.
Dude, the floor is 60. Whew. And this one's been out for a while, since March of 2021, but it's trending. It's so hot.
Oh,
See,
weird.
this is why, again, I'm just going to close out the show with this, but Dickensis is going to have its day in the sunshine. I'm telling you. All the generative stuff, it's just a matter until it catches on hot enough. And you see the floor price is slowly creeping up on these. So, Dickensis don't sleep on Dickensis, everybody. That's all I got to say. Don't
Get your
sleep on
Dickensis while they're hot.
Get your Dickensis. Exactly. Okay, guys. Well, that does it for us today. Thank you for joining. Yes, go rank the Dickensis. If you go to Dickensis' Twitter account, there's a link and you can go rank the aesthetics. I've already ranked 100 of them, so I've done my part. But the rest of you should go do your part as well. So, yes. Okay, that's it. We'll be back tomorrow, same time, same place, 10 a.m. Eastern. Like, subscribe before you leave the room, and we'll see you on the other side. Let me see, the music won't start. There we go.
Not the space bar.
Space.